From heartburn to hemorrhoids, pain to pimples, carpal tunnel to the common cold, gluten to gallbladder, and gingivitis, and all points in between. I'm Dr. Bob Martin. Tune into my Sunday talk show at 10 o'clock on Talk 1470 WNN.
Want to lower your rate and payments, get rid of mortgage insurance, or get cash out? Find out about your best refinance options by tuning into the Get Mortgage Fit radio show with Alex Michaels and Carrie Kasem, Thursday afternoons from 1 to 2, where you'll learn everything you need to know about mortgage loans, today's rates, FHA, VA, and more. Call the Get Mortgage Fit show Thursday afternoons from 1 to 2 on WNN at 800-827-RATE, 800-827-RATE, or visit them online at newamericanfunding.com, NMLS 6606.
Talk here. Talk there. Talk 1470 AM and 95.3 FM. The Health and Wealth Radio Network. WNN.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Good evening, everyone. Hello out there.
Welcome to the weekend. I'm Gerald.
And I'm Lori.
And we are the Healthy Credit Gals. Our goal is to educate you on credit and financial matters. Join us on this journey to increase your awareness of credit and health and how they impact your life.
If you've ever experienced financial stress, and most of us have at some point, then you know how unsettling it can be. There are many ways to actively take control of the situation, restore your credit score, and rebuild your purchasing power.
If you have a question and want to join the show, call in at 888-565-1470 and let us guide you in creating financial fitness and peace of mind.
All right. Hey. Welcome. It's Friday night, and we are live from Atlanta. And barely made it here, but we're so excited to be with you.
We are so happy to be here, and our journey here, although it should have been so simple, and in so many ways it was simple.
Just we started out with delays from our flight, so that kind of threw everything behind schedule. We're happy to be live and everything working. The first time we're doing a remote show, and we are live from Entrepreneurs International, our corporate office here in Atlanta, Georgia.
We're up for a major training, which we're so excited about, and this is what we're all about. This is what we're doing.
Personal growth is a big part of what we do, and being an entrepreneur, you always have to be open to continuous growth.
Right.
And that's what we're here for.
Right. And not those roadblocks. Like, let's talk about those roadblocks a little, because
do we have to?
Yeah, I think, you can put almost anything in your way. So what are you willing to do not to have the roadblocks in your way, or to overcome them, to get over them, to get around them, to go under them? And I think that's a huge part of life, of the journey that we're all going through. And it's not the why, it's the why not. Why shouldn't I be here?
So what are your goals for 2018? We're all about helping empower people to take control of their lives. The biggest reason that I am a part of this company is I really wanted to have time freedom.
Right.
I really was passionate about being able to help people, and also I wanted to have flexibility in my schedule. I'm a hard worker myself, and I very much encourage people to do the same thing. If you're a hard worker and you're used to working hard for somebody else, why wouldn't you want to take a chance on yourself? That's the most important thing, I believe, is being able to be happy and enjoy your life. Our time on this earth is so short. Why not work for yourself?
Right. Well, and the thing is, nothing in life is easy. Being poor is not easy. Being wealthy is not easy. Owning your own business may not be easy. Working for others is not easy. So within that parameter of what you want to do, this could become the most rewarding. It's the rewards, it's the why you're doing what you're doing, the ability to help others, the ability to have cash flow, the ability for time freedom. What's your why? And everyone's why could be different.
Yeah, some people love working a regular schedule and not having to think about what they're doing. Other people, like myself, even when I had jobs, I think the longest I was ever at one job was 7 years. I just like to mix things up. I always like to be challenged. I like to learn, and I like to grow. If that's something that you are interested in checking out, you should take a look at our website, thehealthycreditgals.com. We have our business opportunity there. See if it's something that interests you. And if it is, you not only become a part of our team, but you're also a part of a very big, large family that we're all inspired to grow and continue growing as we go through each, I guess, phase of what we're doing.
A phase of life and overcoming challenges. I mean, challenges are thrown in our way daily, and to overcome some things that have fallen in our way, what an amazing feeling. And so this whole company is built on personal growth. So it's giving you the tools to conquer some of those challenges. And that's a beautiful thing.
I think celebrating those little, when you reach a goal, like for me last year, it was really all about public speaking, and taking on that challenge is not something, I put it off for a long time, and taking it on now, I'm very comfortable speaking in front of people. Look, we even have a radio show now, and we never even planned that.
Right,
so.
We have our own radio show.
So you just never know what's going to come your way. When an opportunity comes your way, what do you do? Do you listen to it? Do you listen to your gut? Do you tune in to what that opportunity could offer you in the big picture as well as in just the immediate future? Or do you just close it down, shut it off, and not even consider it?
Well, I would say, and that responds to how you encounter something new that you think may, sometimes you don't know what the outcome is, and sometimes the outcome isn't meant to happen until much later. But that experience is a growth experience if you allow it to be. Sometimes you just cannot see the payoff or the big picture. So it's an openness, it's a willingness to learn, it's the ability to grow and expand.
And it depends on if you are somebody that likes to take on challenges like that, or are you somebody that really just doesn't want to look at that? It's really, whatever you are comfortable with is what you should do. I'm not trying to talk you into anything, but when somebody throws an opportunity out there, I feel like you should at least look at it and see if it's something that could make your life better.
So, we're here, we're growing, and we're learning. If you have questions for us, are we taking calls?
Yeah, we can start.
We're here in Atlanta, and we're looking at ourselves, and it's a little awkward. But, call us at 888-565-1470, and we're going to get the conversation rolling with entrepreneurship and building a business and becoming the person you're meant to be.
So we have a few great guests that are going to be joining us tonight. We're going to talk to a few other people that have been doing this for quite a while and see what inspired them to take the leap into entrepreneurship, what makes them want to do this business. And when I'm talking about this business, I'm talking about entrepreneurship as well as credit repair and financial protection, financial health. We take a look at the whole spectrum of what financial health and financial fitness really is.
Right.
It means a lot of different things.
Complete protection package that it's not easy to achieve that. It's as many of you know, I'm in the insurance world. Health insurance is my bread and butter, and I was at a meeting yesterday and someone gave this joke that I'll repeat. So what does a hospital gown and insurance have in common? Well, you think you're covered, but you're not. And that's huge. I mean, you think you've got things covered, and there are so many holes left in that insurance policy. And, of course, if you turned around in that hospital gown, your assets are showing. So
how funny. This is so true. So a lot of people think that maybe they have cash flow, and maybe they are building a legacy that they intend to leave to their children and grandchildren. But if you don't have a will trust power of attorney in place, guess what? The state gets their choice as to when it's going to take effect, who it's going to go to. Same thing, if something were to happen to you and your children, you think that they're going to automatically go to your family. Every state is different, and it doesn't automatically happen that way. You always need to have your wishes in writing and have somebody that is responsible to carry out those wishes, whether it's financial wishes or healthcare power of attorney. We can cover and help you with all of those things.
Okay, and yes, and credit repair. So that is the bread and butter of this business. It's not the only part of this business, but if you have less than perfect credit, if your credit is not outstanding, and I would say the majority of Americans are probably in that category, you're paying a lot more for a lot of stuff. So
that could be money in your pocket.
That's money in your pocket that you can use to invest, to put to your future, to put toward travel, to put toward your home, your mortgage, but everything costs more. Your phone, your mortgage, your insurance, and
even your utilities. Everything costs more when you have less than perfect credit. So we want to encourage people that it's not something that you don't have control over just because you've made a few mistakes, or maybe you lost a job, or maybe you lost your property. Everybody's been in that position, just about everybody at some point. And over the last 10 years, we're still helping people recover from losing properties.
Right.
And losing jobs and loss of income. So it really is just a matter of learning how to get that control back and put that money back in your pocket rather than in somebody else's pocket.
Right. So with that said, we are going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have our guest.
We're going to have our first guest, so stay with us, and we'll be right back.
Celebrity Mortgage Corporation, where everyone is treated like a star. The process of obtaining a mortgage to purchase or refinance residential property doesn't have to be overwhelming. I'm Tanya Quarequio, the owner of Celebrity Mortgage and a licensed loan officer. Celebrity Mortgage has helped thousands of clients in Florida realize their dream of homeownership, and we can help you too. We know every family and individual is unique in their needs and requirements. As a mortgage brokerage business, we have access to hundreds of loan programs and thousands of lenders. We will help find the right program that works for you. Tanya Quarequio, NMLS 88836, Celebrity Mortgage, NMLS 206978, where everyone is treated like a star.
Did you know that having less than perfect credit can cost you upwards of $1 million in interest rates, fees, and other unnecessary charges over your lifetime? And did you know 80% of credit reports have errors causing lower credit scores? And did you know 43 million people have a credit score of 599 or less?
Less than perfect credit leaves you with little or no control. The Healthy Credit Gals can help. We are the Healthy Credit Gals. Let us show you how to create financial fitness and peace of mind. Tune in and let's talk credit on 1470 AM and 95.3 FM.
You've been listening to the Healthy Credit Gals inform you of how important good credit is and the stressful impact bad credit can have on your overall well-being. Visit our website at thehealthycreditgals.com and learn what options you have. Now, let's get back to the show.
Welcome back. Here we are back in Atlanta, and we have our first guest, Matthew Johnson. Yay!
Okay.
Hey, welcome. So welcome to our show, where this is all about Entrepreneurs International and why people want to be entrepreneurs and our opportunity. So Matthew is a sales director, and why don't you tell everybody what really inspired you to become a part of this company?
I think it was looking for a different way of life, I suppose. I think a lot of us do that. The point that I was at in life is I had to make a decision about what direction I wanted to go in, whether I was going to, go to school and follow what my parents told me to do, which is go to school, get a good education, and graduate with my degree, and then go into corporate America and work through corporate America and that ladder, so to speak. And I wasn't sure if that was what I wanted to do. So kind of looking around, I made the decision to look into entrepreneurship because it sounded great and it had some great perks to it. And that was ultimately what led me to Entrepreneurs International and, of course, the opportunity that we have now.
So, Matthew, I'm meeting you for the first or second time. So how old are you?
I am 28 years old.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And so you did not go to college, or did you?
Well, I started. I started because I started going to college in high school, in my junior, senior year in high school, so I did have some college experience.
Right.
But there was a level of, not knowing exactly that's what I wanted to do.
Right. How long have you been in this company?
Total working with this company about 6 years.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Congratulations.
So what is it about being an entrepreneur? Like we were talking about the growth, the personal growth part that is so important to most people that are in this company. You have to be open to taking a look at yourself and growing yourself before you can actually become successful. What is it that really about this whole opportunity and doing your own thing that really you love so much about doing what you're doing?
I think that you nailed it on the head, which is there's so much about it that is personal growth, self-development, and that's really what draws me and keeps me here because ultimately one thing that Entrepreneurs International offers that is so key and really life-changing is the events and the trainings that are offered because it's a way for you not only to get trained and learn the right mindset for success as an entrepreneur because how many would think that thinking like an entrepreneur is different than thinking like a employee. So you have to learn how that works. And I had no idea coming out at 21 years old at that time. I mean, I had no idea how to think like an entrepreneur. I was basically an empty head at that point in regards to that type of education. So I love the personal growth, self-development training and the training on how to basically think on your own, think independently, have that right mindset. And I think about where my life would be had I not been introduced to Entrepreneurs International. I would be completely different. I mean, the Entrepreneurs International training has changed my life, not only in the business side, but on my personal life too. It's completely altered the direction of my life. And at 28, I feel like I'm so much farther ahead than where I would have been otherwise. I think back, a lot of people are like, well, you didn't go to college, you didn't get that education. Listen, I got my education, and I continue to get educated. It wasn't through a college or a formal degree program like that, but I was learning how to think like a successful person, and to me, that is the most important thing.
Absolutely. Good for you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
So what are some of the challenges? Because, you started at 21. This didn't just, or did it? Did it just fly? Or did you have some roadblocks that got into your way?
Yeah, I feel like if you are an entrepreneur and you don't have roadblocks, you're not really an entrepreneur.
And you're not being honest.
Right, exactly. Exactly. I think any person, honestly, who has to achieve success is going to come across some sort of roadblocks in their life and on that journey. And I did just like anybody else. Because of lack of training at that point. I didn't have any training at all. I was completely fresh. I didn't know how to be professional. I remember working with my mentor, Mr. Greg Ammerman, the founder of EI, founder of Entrepreneurs International. And he one time said to me, because I used to wear these very stylish suits, very, very stylish, skinny suits almost. And not that I'm not stylish now, but it's different. So I was wearing these stylish suits, and he said to me, Matthew, it's not really a fashion show that you're trying to do. And he's like, you're 21, 22 years old. You're giving people the wrong impression about yourself. And so that was a big roadblock for me, was figuring out how to be professional, how to appear to the crowd I was trying to appeal to. Because I'm not necessarily, I want to work with people that are my age, but I also want to connect with all sorts of ages. Anybody that wants to plug into my life and ultimately that I can gain some knowledge from, and we can help each other. And I wasn't able to do that in my current situation. And yeah, it definitely wasn't a quick ride to success. It took me forever to get to the position I'm at now. I think it took me about 5 years to get to the position I'm at now. just because of so many ups and downs, the emotional side of it, all the mindset issues that I had, trying to overcome all those things, all the stuff that I had not been trained on how to do early on in life. And those were definitely some big ones for me.
So did you have friends and family members that just couldn't understand what you were doing with not supporting you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was big time. I had major problems with my family. They didn't understand. They were naysayers. And, of course, my parents were very, they love me and they want what's best for me, but sometimes they don't know what's best for me because all they know is what they know. All they know is what they've done their entire life, right? So they're going through and they're telling me the things, and they just want to see what's best, but what they don't understand is that's not the direction that I wanted to go. Mm-hmm. So I definitely got a lot of negativity from family, friends, what have you. Now, I think that some other people have had it worse than I have, but I certainly did get that quite a bit.
I think one of the things that you're pointing out is our society really does dictate and guide us in a way that we don't think outside of the box. We really do listen to our parents and grandparents who have had a traditional upbringing, which is go to school, go to college, get a job, and then people typically during that time would work at that job for 40 years and then retire. And that was their whole life. Nowadays, there are so many opportunities, and I think being in this opportunity, we see people from all ages. So it's great when you see somebody get an opportunity, start at an opportunity like this at such a young age, because there's so much more time to develop themselves and develop their business and then develop their, relationships with other people their age. So we've had millennials on before, and it really is coming from all different mindsets. We have Bert, who's one of our oldest at 82, 83, who is in the business, and everything in between. So I think there really is something to be said about thinking outside of the box and taking control of your life at any age. Obviously, the younger you are, the more of an opportunity and impact it's going to have over your life, which I think is so awesome.
So what's next for you? Where are you taking this?
Well, that's a great question, and that's why I continue to plug into people that I look up to so much, because at the end of the day, I really want to. I want to do what other successful people have done, and I want to continue to plug into those people. That's why I love what Entrepreneurs International is all about. And I'm not saying, I wouldn't say that Entrepreneurs International is necessarily for everybody, and that everybody's going to do it and everyone's going to work with us and all that stuff, right? But I do know that the training and stuff has allowed me to see openly other opportunities, right? And the people that I get to spend time with are just unbelievably great people, very successful, and people that I can continue to plug into and ask questions about. So when an opportunity does come my way, I can take advantage of it. But I will tell you this, is that I'm not exactly sure what the future holds for me right now. All I know is I'm enjoying the ride, and I'm continuing to grow and learn, and that's what I want to continue to focus on as I continue to go.
Good for you.
So how exciting that we're here for this weekend of training, and it's the first major training under Entrepreneurs International of this sort. And what we're so excited about is just learning how to do the new presentations and talk to more people and take advantage of more of the social media aspect. What's your favorite part about being here this weekend?
I think a big part of it is launching 2018 because we just started, and it's cliche as it sounds. When you can start that new year, it is really like a starting point. Mm-hmm. Not just for the people who aren't necessarily entrepreneurs, but for entrepreneurs too. It's a way to start over and start fresh and get your mindset going again and really start to do things the way you want to do it. And that's what's so exciting is I'm like, man, this is going to be a great launch for 2018, and it's going to make 2018 the best year yet. And I'm so excited for this weekend. It's going to be unbelievable.
Yay. I'm on board. I'm so excited. I'm so happy to be here, get re-engaged, and really figure out my what's next and being open to what's next and the journey and not necessarily just the destination, I think is huge.
It is. And obviously, you mentioned Greg Ammerman, and Greg Ammerman and Joe Locke are both amazing mentors and obviously they share a lot of knowledge. Greg, being a millionaire at the age of 32, has a lot of lessons for all of us to learn. And Joe Locke, being in this industry and successful in this industry for as long as he has been, 25, 28 years plus, it's just really exciting to have them be able to share with us as we grow and grow our businesses as well as ourselves, what that path looks like and what we need to do.
Totally agree.
Isn't that great?
Mm-hmm. And I think a big mistake that a lot of people make is they try to they want to think of themselves as the deal, right? Rather than plugging into someone who already has a success and that they can just use that success to their own benefit. I mean, why are you trying to reinvent the wheel? Why not just do what somebody else has done and go and have that and watch what they're doing, redo what they do, and listen to what they say, and you'll get what they have.
Yeah.
I mean, that, to me, is one of the biggest misses that people have is they want to be the deal. They want to be the most important person in the room, but they're not coachable. They're not ready to learn from somebody who has a lot more success than they do.
Great point, because there are a lot of successful people that have been successful in whatever their field is, but that success doesn't necessarily translate to being an entrepreneur and making the most of this opportunity, correct? So
absolutely correct.
It really is coming and being open to taking a hard look at yourself and working on, all of us have different strengths and different weaknesses. Some are natural speakers. That was a challenge for me, to get in front of people and speak. Others have just success at sharing with people, and they just jump on board because of who they are and the example they've set. So we all have things to learn. And I think if people come into this opportunity and this business to think they're just going to be a natural leader, you really have to be humble enough to take a look at yourself first, right? I mean, that's part of it, is just being able to humble yourself enough to know that every training is an opportunity to learn. You never know everything.
Right. And I think what you said was important. I mean, the ability to follow the wheel is going. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, but it's simple, but it's not easy to do. Mm-hmm. So where are we? We start at 7:00, but you know what? The great thing is that we have this opportunity to reconnect with people from all over the country that are going to be here for this training, because it is like a launch, like you said, for 2018, and making sure that we have people that will just plug into the plan that's laid out clearly for us as to what to do for this success. Mm-hmm. What would you say, changing the subject a little bit, but what would you say is your favorite service that you offer to people that people are most drawn to out of all of our services that we provide?
I think one of the most exciting things is, obviously, in our protection plan, we offer a number of different financial services, right, mm-hmm. that are there to protect people. And, when you deal with people who have credit challenges, that's obviously a big one. But to me, there's the people that don't necessarily have credit challenges but want to try to plan for their future better and want to get themselves in a good position. So to me, Debt Zero is probably my favorite, because it is a system that's designed to help you pay down debt. And to me, pretty much every American has debt of some kind, whether it be a mortgage, a car loan, credit card debts, student loans. I mean, all those things I can relate to. And it's like, the faster you can get out of debt, the faster you can create assets for yourself. So to me, Debt Zero is such a powerful tool. It's one of my favorite things to share, because it's not debt consolidation. It's not, we're going to help you consolidate and we're going to call these creditors and what have you. No, we're going to help you pay it down without having to dish out all this extra money out of your budget that you really don't have. We're going to help you pay it down faster because of the system that's in place. To me, that's my favorite service that we offer.
That's a great perspective coming from somebody your age as well, because I think that if you can get a handle on your debt at an early age, wow, what does that do to open up your opportunities of what you can acquire in assets as you grow older? Right. So important.
So thank you. Thank you for joining us. What an exciting opportunity to have you on our show. We really appreciate it. And with that, I think we're about to take our second break.
Yeah, so stay with us. We're going to hear from somebody else in just a few minutes.
Celebrity Mortgage Corporation, where everyone is treated like a star. The process of obtaining a mortgage to purchase or refinance residential property doesn't have to be overwhelming. I'm Tanya Quarequio, the owner of Celebrity Mortgage and a licensed loan officer. Celebrity Mortgage has helped thousands of clients in Florida realize their dream of homeownership, and we can help you too. We know every family and individual is unique in their needs and requirements. As a mortgage brokerage business, we have access to hundreds of loan programs and thousands of lenders. We will help find the right program that works for you. Tanya Quarequio, NMLS 88836, Celebrity Mortgage, NMLS 206978, where everyone is treated like a star.
Did you know most people have no idea how their credit score works and no idea what their credit score is? Most people think just paying bills on time will ensure the best score possible. The reality is, 5 factors determine your credit rating: types of credit, length of credit, amount owed, inquiries, and payment history.
Did you know an employer can use your credit scores and history to determine whether they want to hire you? Your credit scores determine the premiums you pay for insurance on your car and homeowner's insurance, as well as other premiums. Your credit score also determines the interest rates for your mortgage and car loans. Even your utilities and cell phone is based on your credit score. Crazy, right? Low credit scores is like flushing money down the drain.
We can put money back in your pocket. Tune in and let's talk credit. We are the Healthy Credit Gals. Let us show you how to create financial fitness and peace of mind.
You've been listening to the Healthy Credit Gals inform you of how important good credit is and the stressful impact bad credit can have on your overall well-being. Visit our website at thehealthycreditgals.com and learn what options you have. Now, let's get back to the show.
Welcome back, everybody. We are live in Atlanta, Georgia at Entrepreneurs International, our corporate office here. And next we have our wonderful guest, Romeo House. I've known Romeo for several years, and we're so excited to have you on.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us.
I appreciate the honor to be here with you guys today.
And so Romeo is an executive sales director, which is really just high up in the company, and he's been a go-getter and an achiever. And I will ask you the same thing as Matthew, like, what is it that inspired you to take the step? I know that you've been in corporate America for a long time, and what attracted you to make this be your focus?
Like I said, I came from a corporate background. I spent 30 years in the IT industry, the last 25 with Coca-Cola. But, I mean, it was a good career. Like most parents, they say, get good grades, get a college education, go out there and work for a big company. And I did all of that, but it wasn't fulfilling me. I wanted more out of life. And, again, I was just trading my expertise to the highest bidder. So I said, well, you know what? It's got to be a better way. Mm-hmm. So I said, that's what, and my father was actually a serial solopreneur. Yeah, I mean, he had rental property, he had a towing business, he had an auto salvage business, but he never leveraged other people's efforts, their capital or their system, so he had to do everything himself. And my father, I really don't remember a week he didn't work 7 days a week. Wow. And I just knew I wanted more out of life out of that. So, again, I saw the opportunity with Entrepreneurs International and FES, and I just took a hold of it. I mean, my wife, we just came on board and we went to run it. It's literally changed our life.
So your wife is in it as well.
Yes, she is. Mm-hmm.
And how long have you both been?
About 6 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, time flies when you're having fun.
Absolutely. And so you went from Coca-Cola? Or
no, actually, I was doing it part-time when I was with Coke. I just retired from last year, but I just transitioned doing EI and FES full-time and got the transformation, and just being able to do that was incredible. Incredible.
Yeah, it's a proud moment. I remember when you made the announcement that you went full-time and that you retired, and I think it's so exciting that people can take an opportunity like this and make it work for them in such a way that you have your time freedom, you have the financial resources, and the whole package of what you need to have a fulfilling life, but much different than working for somebody else that you have the limitations with.
And I make myself a pretty good boss, so I like that.
That's important too.
But what does that mean? Like, what does that look like for you being a good boss
well,
for
the
yourself?
difference is now is when I commute to my office, it's only 30 seconds away.
It's in your.
You know, I can be very comfortable when I get up in the morning to either make phone calls to do business, and I just go downstairs. I don't have to worry about driving in traffic. I don't have to worry about getting somebody 8 or 10 hours a day. And one thing I love about the time freedom is that if my grandkids call me up and say, "Granddad, will you come have lunch with us today at school?" Guess what? I get a chance to go anytime I want because all I have to do is ask the man in the mirror, and he says yes every time. So that's that time freedom. To be able to go on vacation with my wife. We love to go to the Caribbean. We love to take cruises. And be able to go without having to ask somebody else's permission and stay as long as we want to stay.
But all right, so from that point that you started with FES or Entrepreneurs International, how long has it taken you to get to that point where you can't, like, someone who's starting out, what does that schedule look like if they're coming in underneath you?
Well, one of the things
to get this off the ground.
I'll say, well, one thing they really have to do is really look at their resources. What's their goals? Like me and my wife were, all our kids are grown, so it was a little bit easier for us because we did FES part-time. We both had jobs, and so it took us, not as long as probably somebody who's just starting out, someone who has a lot of family, kids, and that type of situation. So again, it really depends on your goals, what you're trying to achieve, and just really go for it. I mean, definitely be part of the trainings, get mentorship. That is the key, and I think that is definitely what made my wife and I on the fast track is the mentorship and the trainings that we had the opportunity to go to.
So what is your favorite thing? Because we talked about this with Matthew. Okay. It's all about personal growth. This company has a big focus on no matter what you are doing, whether it's FES or, just having your own business, the personal growth piece is so important to be successful, whether you're a solopreneur or you're just having your own side business, part-time at home. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is. If you don't have the right mindset, right, you're not going to have the success. So what part of the training with the mindset, we have a lot of specialized training. What's your favorite specialized training that you've been to with this company?
I've been to many of the trainings with our academy, and it just really changed my life. I mean, it made me a better person, a better father, a better husband, a better friend. But I think communication mastery was by far my favorite. I mean, I love all the trainings.
Right.
And again, I've gone to many of them over the years. But communication mastery, one of the reasons why, because when we went to communication mastery, it helped me to understand my wife and communicate with her. Because I'm a very analytical person. I like numbers. My wife was more direct. And so when she, like, if you get a brand new phone, and like we get an iPhone, that means I'm going to read the whole manual. I want to know everything it does. But my wife, she's like, well, can you just show me? So she's very direct.
Right.
Can you just show me? Can you just tell me what I need to know? But it helped me to understand her personality. So therefore, it helped us, when you increase your communication, it creates a better relationship. And by far, not only with my wife, which is by far my most important relationship, but with my kids, my grandkids. Now I understand their perspective so we can communicate more. And then when I go out to the field, I can understand other people's perspective, which of course helps us have a good relationship. So by far, communication mastery is my number one.
So communication mastery that he's referring to, it really just teaches you not only to communicate with people from your own perspective, but to recognize other people's personalities and then communicate effectively with them on their level, how they will understand and they will be able to process things, because we all don't process things the same, right?
So am I hearing that you're fall first?
Absolutely. Very high fall.
So communication mastery puts everybody into either a winter, spring, summer, fall, or or the 4 personalities. And it's such a fun training. It's a whole weekend of seeing things from your perspective, seeing things from other people's perspective, and how to take advantage of that and make it work for you, as well as communicate on their level so they hear what you're trying to tell them.
Is your wife a spring?
No, actually, she's a winter.
Okay.
Where I'm a fall winter, she's a winter fall.
Okay. So once you understand personalities, you can really communicate better. And this has always been one of our biggest trainings that we draw people from outside of the company, and it really does enhance everybody's personality relationships as far as personalities go and being able to communicate. So that's why it's called Communication Mastery.
Yeah, and the great thing about it is, I mean, there's a lot of different personality tests out there, but some with lots of initials after it. This just puts it into the 4 seasons and makes it extremely simple to who you are and who you need to communicate with.
So that was your very first training, Communication Mastery, right?
It was amazing. And I'm a spring. I'm a spring with fall, summer fairly equal. So I'm all over the place. No winter. I didn't have much winter in it.
So if growing your relationships with people and growing your communication skills is something that you're looking for, this company focuses on that. We usually have that training once or twice, once a year or once every 2 years. But I know that we're striving to have it every year going forward. And you can reach out to us on our Facebook page, or you can reach out to us on our website, thehealthycreditgals.com, and we'll be able to share with you when we're having these types of trainings. We do these all over different parts of the country, but we do invite people to come and check out our advanced trainings. They're not just for people that are in our business, but there's something that can enhance your life no matter what business you're in, correct?
Absolutely. Personal development is key. You got to, the best investment is investment in yourself. And when you invest in yourself, sky's the limit.
So, Romeo, I have to ask you one question. Okay. Since we had Matthew in here, and he's 28, we've had people, I think about Bert, and he's in his 80s being successful in this business. It's a spectrum all across all ages that people can tap into personal growth, right? You can grow at any age.
Absolutely.
What would you say was the timing for you that it clicked as far as personal growth? Because I was not brought up that way. I wasn't exposed to knowing about focusing on personal growth in order to have success as an entrepreneur. I was not around entrepreneurial family members at all. So for me, it was just the first time I saw this type of industry and was exposed to it, I thought, wow, it just makes sense. Why doesn't everybody see this? You mentioned your father was a solopreneur. Did that help you think, or did it make you more open to seeing the way that this can enhance your life, or we all come from different backgrounds. So I'm curious as to what clicked for you.
I think what clicked for me is as I got in corporate America and I started doing some, IT trainings. And a good friend of mine, and I guess he was kind of like my first mentor, and he was sharing this book with me by Les Brown and Jim Rohn, Challenge to Succeed. And it was audio back, not cassettes.
I remember that.
Yes.
But before MP3s, of course. But I listened to that, and it just resonated with me because, again, it was sort of like something in me was hungry, trying to come out, and he just kind of helped me bring that out. So that was kind of like my first exposure to personal development. And, of course, when I met Mr. Ammerman, he just took it to a whole other level. But, again, if you really want to start out with a very good personal development, check out Les Brown or Jim Rohn, Challenge to Succeed. I mean, those are powerful. And don't forget, Think and Grow Rich.
Right.
And that's probably one of the first books out of school I actually read.
Right. So that's good. So you were really open to it right out of school.
As soon as I was kind of exposed to it. Like I said, I get a chance to expand my horizons. And when, like I say, the teacher appears when the student is ready. And then I think that's what happened in my case.
Very good.
That's great. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
And we're ready.
We're ready for another break.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you, Romeo, for joining us and sharing all of your powerful knowledge, too. And what is it that you're so excited about for this weekend?
Oh, the training, the SOS training that we have this weekend. I'm ready I know it's going to pack the house. I know Mr. Emmerman and Joe Locker is going to set it on fire this weekend. I wish you was here.
Very good. Well, thank you again for joining us, and stay with us. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Celebrity Mortgage Corporation, where everyone is treated like a star. The process of obtaining a mortgage to purchase or refinance residential property doesn't have to be overwhelming. I'm Tanya Quarequio, the owner of Celebrity Mortgage and a licensed loan officer. Celebrity Mortgage has helped thousands of clients in Florida realize their dream of homeownership, and we can help you too. We know every family and individual is unique in their needs and requirements. As a mortgage brokerage business, we have access to hundreds of loan programs and thousands of lenders. We will help find the right program that works for you. Tanya Quarequio, NMLS 88836, Celebrity Mortgage, NMLS 206978, where everyone is treated like a star.
Did you know that having less than perfect credit can cost you upwards of $1 million in interest rates, fees, and other unnecessary charges over your lifetime? And did you know 80% of credit reports have errors causing lower credit scores? And did you know 43 million people have a credit score of 599 or less?
Less than perfect credit leaves you with little or no control. The Healthy Credit Gals can help. We are the Healthy Credit Gals. Let us show you how to create financial fitness and peace of mind. Tune in and let's talk credit on 1470 AM and 95.3 FM.
You've been listening to the Healthy Credit Gals inform you of how important good credit is and the stressful impact bad credit can have on your overall well-being. Visit our website at thehealthycreditgals.com and learn what options you have. Now, let's get back to the show.
Hi, everyone. We are back. And as you can tell, we have a lot of excitement happening here in Atlanta, and we just want to share it with you. We want you to feel what we're feeling and get in on the excitement and have the opportunity to live your life, create the life that you want to create. And this is such an amazing vehicle.
It is. And, you know, just the trainings themselves add so much value to your life that I just can't speak highly enough about Greg Ammerman and Joe Locke, who are going to be training us this weekend, and, you know, what we're going to be learning about and being able to come back to Florida and implement it with all of our people around us in South Florida is a great, great feeling.
Right. That is our goal, is to be able to start having these weekly meetings, to see the opportunity to touch and feel and to understand what we are touching and feeling here.
Exactly what we're all about. We want to enhance people's lives. We want to help you with your overall financial health and help you. Maybe you're not interested in the opportunity, but you know what? If you're not living with good credit, at least, you're throwing a lot of hard-earned money right out the window. We want to help you understand that it's very easy to get your credit back in place, protect your family, protect your finances, and really live in a way that you don't have to worry about something happening.
Right. And here we are. We're still in the beginning of 2018. It's January. We have a full year ahead of us. I mean, our time on Earth is limited, and we really do have the opportunity to choose how we want to live it. And join us on this amazing journey, because we're having fun. Lori and I are having fun.
We're having fun. We're growing. We are expanding our businesses across the country, having the opportunity to travel and touch people's lives in the way that this company, Entrepreneurs International, really does. And, you know, the way that our leaders care about every person in the company is just something very, very special. We do feel like we're a big family. We're able to reach out and help people, whether it's just as a client or help make a major change in your life. And all of those things are what really excites us about being here this weekend and being able to connect with all of the other people that are in the same boat as we are.
Right.
Just growing,
expanding, and having the ability to Well, it's personal growth. It's all back to personal growth and having the openness to learn. I mean, you got, life is all about, you've got to keep expanding, but you can expand in a sustainable way. And I think this company offers that opportunity, that we are providing services, we are helping people, we are changing lives, and multiple streams of income.
Multiple streams of income, also just encouraging and empowering people to take control of your finances. There's so many different aspects that you can do better in. Myself, even talking about taking all of your debt. You know, I still have a mortgage. Being able to pay things down in a faster manner, like Matthew spoke about, with our Debt Zero program, is something that can impact your life in a way that now you can take more vacations, or you can pay down your mortgage even faster with the extra money that you save from just making a few little changes. If any of this sounds interesting to you and you want to check it out, you can check us out at thehealthycreditgals.com. Our business opportunity is there, as well as our services. Also, our contact information. Maybe you're not able to listen or view this on Friday nights from 6 to 7, but we want people to be able to tap into all we have to share. So that's why we're looking for more opportunities to interact with the community, and that's our goal for this year, is to be able to interact with more people, touch people, more people's lives, and help impact in a positive way.
Right. Speaking opportunities at businesses, and we're here to meet you where you're at. We really, I mean, what Matthew said was so empowering. Is it shows up when you're ready.
That was Romeo.
Oh, Romeo, yeah. Things show up when you're ready, or you recognize that it's there when you are ready. So we want to meet you where you're at and help get you off the ground, or help you get to where you want to go. And we won't be the naysayers. We're not here to judge. And
it's all about encouragement and empowerment. And I would say, gosh, we've had so many positive reactions to being on the radio and sharing with so many people, that we hope you are able to take something away from some of our services, as well as just let us educate you on a few little tips. Why don't we share a couple, the top two things that we always want to share with people about credit scores and what impacts your credit score the most?
Okay, so as you know, we've talked about this probably every week, is that 30%. You do not want to spend more than 30% of your entire credit, because it's not good, even if you pay it off every month.
Right.
So
if you have $1,000 limit,
you want to keep it at $300 or less, $333 to be exact, but let's call it $300, and then pay it off.
And pay it off before it's actually due.
Right.
So that payment is actually processed before your due date.
Right. So it's not good to do that $1,000 and pay it off. It's still going to have a negative impact on you. And a lot of people don't realize that. Well, I pay it off every month. I'm using my credit, but I pay it off. 30%. That's where you want to be.
Yes.
And
number two
is paying late.
Yes.
Don't ever pay late.
So late payments can affect your score anywhere up to 80, 100 points just from one late payment. You want to make sure that you get your payments that you have due on auto pay, and make sure they're early enough, again, that those payments process before the due dates as well.
Right. It's really important, and those are two things that you're the driver, you're in complete control, and if something should happen, that you accidentally made a late payment, give the company a call, let them know. And, they're human, they may work with you, it doesn't hurt to ask.
All they can say is no. But a lot of times if you ask and that's not your normal, you don't just make late payments all the time.
Right.
They will usually give you,
they won't report you, and they may even get rid of the late payment.
Yes, which is that's always a good thing. So those two make up 65% of what your credit score actually comes from. If you do those two consistently, you are going to raise your credit score from where it's at. And remember, your credit score can change every single day because things are being reported not always at the same time every month. All different companies have different policies of when they report. So you want to make sure that you are proactive in those two little things that you have control of.
Right. And be systematic. If you are looking to increase your credit, do it in a way that you're not overdoing it, because applying and inquiries are another thing that really do impact your score in a derogatory way. So if you need one extra card with 1,000 or 2,000, get the one extra card. Don't go crazy.
Yes, don't accept all of those. And I mean, honestly, we're coming out of Christmas season when everybody's offering 10% extra off if you apply for their card. And if you did that, it's done. Nothing you can do about it now except for manage your finances responsibly, only use what, up to that 30%, and make sure you're making your payments. That's the best thing that you can do to enhance your credit score and make sure that you are doing the best that you can with your credit. That's what we want to do, is help you be more financially fit in 2018.
Right. We're here to protect the entire package and everything that looks like for you. And we have an amazing protection package that is pretty substantial. It's pretty complete. So how many more minutes do we have?
We have a couple minutes, 4 minutes. So we have a few minutes that we want to make sure. We want to make sure that we are sharing with you our information and where you can find us, so that if you have questions at any time, you can give us a call. You can look us up on Facebook on the Healthy Credit Gals, and you can also find us a lot of information about us and about our services and our business opportunity, all on our website, the healthycreditgals.com. You want to wrap up?
I guess so. So
we're excited to go get to our training.
So excited to be here from Atlanta. It was a little more of a stressful journey getting here, but we didn't let it stop us. We were prepared if we didn't make it in time, but we had plenty of time. And here we are, and we're signing off. We'll be here next Friday.
We'll be live again back in the studio next Friday.
Back in Boca. And have a great weekend.
Be safe, everybody.
You've been listening to the Healthy Credit Gals with solutions on how to create financial fitness and peace of mind. Visit our website, thehealthycreditgals.com, or call us at 888-315-3182. See you next week. Same time, same place for more tips and info. Enjoy the weekend. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its